Dear students, today we will discuss about the chrysanthemum diseases and management. Chrysanthemum is also known as Queen of the East and is a highly versatile and accommodating ornamental with a wide range of type, size and color in flowers. Large flowered varieties are grown for cut flower, making garland, wreaths and beni, religious offerings and for bedding and potting purposes. Its commercial cultivation is being done in Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Bihar. Small flowered varieties are commercially grown for loose flowers in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Maharashtra. A number of pathogens attacked the flower and caused many diseases. Some of the important fungal diseases. First fungal disease is the Septoria leaf spot. Causal organism Septoria chrysanthemi. Now let's see about the symptoms of the disease. The fungus infects the lower leaves first and produces yellowish spots which become dark brown and black. Severe infection resulted in infection of entire leaves and prematurely withers and drops off. So this is about the symptoms. Now let's see about the epidemiology of the disease. The disease develops more rapidly in cool, wet weather. Fungal spores are spread by splashing water. This is about the epidemiology of the disease. Now let's see how to manage the disease. Destruction of infected plant debris and avoid splashing water onto plant foliage is recommended. This disease can be controlled by spraying Bavistine at the rate 0.05% 6 times at 15 days interval from the end of July and spraying Benomil 0.1% followed by Captafol 0.2% and Carbendazim 0.1%. Now let's see next disease, Alternaria leaf spot. Causal organism is Alternaria species. Symptoms of the disease. Symptoms first appear as yellow spots which turn brown to black. Spots often occur on lower leaves first and can coalesce into large necrotic areas and finally that of the entire leaf. Leaves may wither prematurely. The lower leaves are infected first. With a hand lens, white masses of spores may be seen on the leaf spots. This is about the symptoms of the disease. Now let's see how to manage this disease. Regularly clean up and destroy infected plant debris and hand pick symptomatic leaves from lightly infested plants. Avoid splashing water onto plant foliage and water early in the day to allow foliage to dry quickly. In severe cases, application of fungicide with the active ingredients like azoxystrobin, chlorothianil, fludiazoxanil, iprodione, mancozeb, mycobutanil, propiconazole, pyraclostrobin or thiophanate methyl may be applied according to label instructions. Now let's see the next disease of the chrysanthemum, that is the wilt. Causal organism is Verticillium alboatrum. Symptoms of the disease. Wilt is the most serious disease of chrysanthemum. The symptoms often appear only after blossom buds have formed. Young vigorous plants may be symptomless. Foliage becomes yellow and wilted, sometimes only along leaf margins and on one side of the plant. Infected plant remains stunted and fails to produce flowers. Now let's see how to manage this disease. Since the disease is a soil-borne, it is difficult to control with chemicals alone. Drenching the soil with Daxone or carbendazim is very effective. Before planting, dip the rooted cuttings into a solution of therum at the rate 1.5 gram per liter of water. Since the disease spreads mostly through cuttings, it is important to use disease-free planting material. Disease can further be minimized by following strict sanitation, periodical monitoring, crop rotation and logging of infected plants. So this is about the management of the disease. Next important disease is the Fusarium wilt. Causal organisms are Fusarium oxysporum variety Trachyphyllum. So let's see about the symptoms of the disease. The first signs of the disease are yellowing of foliage, stunted and wilting often along one side of plant. Plants may appear water stress and foliage may become brown and die. Stems show a reddish brown discoloration of vascular system. The pathogen spreads in contaminated soil and from infected cuttings and is favored by warm temperature, high relative humidity, over-watering and poor drainage. Now let's see how to manage the disease. Use of resistant varieties and application of nitrate nitrogen fertilizers is recommended. This is about the management. Now let's see next important disease of chrysanthemum, that is grey mold. Causal organism is Botrytis cinerea. Now let's see about the symptoms of grey mold. Grey mold occur on petals, leaves or as a stem canker as brown water soaked spots. Infected plant parts may be covered with grey to brown powdery masses of spores. Senescing tissues are most susceptible. Now let's see about the epidemiology of the grey mold. Grey mold is favored by extended periods of cloudy, humid and wet weather. So this is about the epidemiology of grey mold. Now let's see how to manage this disease. Practice good sanitation, including removing senescing flowers and leaves. Avoid wetting flowers when watering and do not overcrowd the plants. Provide good air circulation and keep humidity low by a combination of heating and venting. Apply preventive fungicide as soon as disease is detected. Fungicides with the active ingredients such as chlorothianil, dichloran, fludiazonil, trifloxystrobin, iprodione, mancozeb, copper sulfate, pentahydrate, phenhexamide, azoxystrobin and thiophanate methyl are registered for botrytis control. This is about the management of botrytis. Next is the flower blight. Causal organism is stem phylum Lycoparsis. Now let's see the symptoms of the disease. The pathogen causes small, necrotic, light brown to dark brown lesion on calyx and petals, which may coalesce and cause blossom death. Now let's see about the epidemiology of the disease. The disease becomes serious when temperature and humidity are high. The pathogen is favored by wet conditions and temperature range between 60 to 85 degree Fahrenheit. Now let's see the management of the disease. Rogue and dispose of infected plants. Avoid overcrowding of plants and excess irrigation. The disease can be controlled by spraying 0.1 to 0.2% Mancozeb or Ginef at 15 days interval. Benomyl adrate 0.1% spray have also been reported to be quite effective. Next disease is the ray blight. Causal organism is Didymella ligulicola. Symptoms of the disease. The disease affects the ray florets and may extend serum. Now let's see the symptoms of the disease. Symptom is characterized by a white to ash grey powdery growth on leaves and occasionally stems. Foliage may become puckered or distorted. Severely infected leaves will shrivel and die. This is about the symptoms. Now let's see the epidemiology of the disease. The disease is most serious during hot, humid weather, and high humidity encourages disease development. Infection is more severe in older plants under humid conditions. Unlike most fungal diseases, free water is not required for powdery mildew infection. High humidity encourages disease development. Now let's see how to manage the disease. Remove diseased plant material. Disease can be effectively controlled with sulfur fungicide or Captan at the rate of 0.2%. Good ventilation and proper spacing for free circulation of air is recommended. Next disease is the rust. Causal organism is Puccinia chrysanthemi and Puccinia horiana. Now let's see the symptoms of the rust disease. Two species of Puccinia causes rust on chrysanthemum, Puccinia chrysanthemi and Puccinia horiana. Puccinia chrysanthemi is most common in late summer and is characterized by dirty brown pustules and yellowish green spots on upper surface of leaves. It causes minor damage in the field and is uncommon on greenhouse plants. Severe infestation may damage large areas of leaves and lead to defoliation and reduced flower production. Puccinia horiana causes chrysanthemum white rust. Symptoms include white, pinkish or brownish pustules produced on underside of leaves with white, yellow to pale green lesions on upper leaf surface. The disease results in leaf distortion, discoloration, defoliation and plant death. This is about the symptoms. Now let's see about the epidemiology of the disease. The fungus survives in infected plant debris, weed host and spread the airborne iridospores. Now let's see the management of the disease. Early removal of infected leaves or plants helps to prevent the further spread of the disease. Spraying the plants with Carathan at the rate 0.025% or dusting with wettable sulfur at the rate 0.2% is effective in controlling the disease. Let's see the next disease, that is the root rot. It is caused by Pythium species and Phytophthora species. Symptoms of the disease: infected plant debris, root stems or the leaves show sudden wilting. Now let's see how to manage this disease. Provision of good drainage conditions to prevent waterlogging, soil solarization by covering with black polythene, mulch during summer, soil drenching with mancozeb at the rate 2 gram per liter of water is effective for management of the disease. Next disease is the stem rot. It is caused by Fusarium solani. Now let's see about the symptoms of the disease. The disease is noticed in cuttings, stalk plants and flowering plants. It is serious during rainy weather. The affected plants show different symptoms such as leaf chlorosis, necrosis, decay and discoloration of internal portion of the stem. When the flower buds are about to open, small dark streaks are seen on the base of the stem. Root decay is noticed only in advanced stages of infection. In many cases, the infection is devoid of any external symptoms and roots also look healthy. In some cases, stem and root rot are confined to one side of the stem, the other side remaining healthy. This is about the symptoms of the disease. Now let's see how to manage the disease. Cuttings should be taken from healthy plants. Following strict field sanitation, rogging of infected plants, and crop rotation helps to minimize the disease incidence. Spraying with Babistin 0.1% or Bordeaux mixture adorate 1% and avoiding excessive moisture in beds helps in checking the disease. So this is all about the fungal diseases of chrysanthemum. Now let's see some of the important bacterial diseases. Some of the important bacterial diseases are bacterial blight caused by Arwenia chrysanthemi, hollow stem caused by Arwenia keratovora, bacterial leaf spot caused by Pseudomonas caesari. Next is the crown gall caused by Agrobacterium tumefaciens. This is about the some important bacterial diseases. Now let's see about the some important virus and viroid diseases of chrysanthemum. Vein clearing, flower distortion, spotted wilt, chrysanthemum stunt, chlorotic mottle. So these are the some important virus and viroid diseases of chrysanthemum. So today we have discussed about the important diseases of chrysanthemum, of fungi, bacteria, virus and viroids. Now coming to the conclusion of the today's discussion, that is the diseases of chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum is one of the important flower grown in India. Its production is hampered by different biotic and abiotic factors. Among biotic diseases caused by fungi, bacteria, viruses are important ones. The integrated strategies are to be applied for proper, timely and economical management of